Hey guys, JCC2224 here giving you a comparison with the Hasbro Star Wars Walmart exclusive 6-inch Black Series Shore Trooper and the Hasbro Star Wars Walmart exclusive 3 3/4-inch Black Series Shore Trooper. Yeah, both of these are Walmart exclusive. That means that these very highly desired and valued army builders are really hard to get. He's currently 200% his retail price on eBay. Isn't that great? Isn't that fantastic? I love that. It's great. I love it so much. I love it so much! Yeah, it took me a long time to find him. However, this guy's pretty obtainable, even though I've never seen him in stores. Most people haven't. It's really bad. However, he was pretty generally available online. But yeah, with both of these figures, one I feel is better than the other. However, I actually have a favorite that is not the one I feel is better. Yeah, I do enjoy these. I do enjoy these quite a bit. I think they're pretty solid, both of them. However, there are some issues I have with both of these. Starting off with the 6-inch Black Series one, the articulation is pretty much what you would expect for Black Series. It can move up a lot, side to side, some notable other points of articulation. The shoulders are very nice and fluid. The elbows can move very well. It actually has the proper wrist with the up and down for the actual right hand, so he can actually use his gun properly. Yeah, I'm looking at you various 6-inch Black Series figures that think this is a proper trigger hand motion. Also has very nice inward for the shoulders that I enjoy, so you can actually get him shooting forward with just the one hand if you want. The accessory is pretty much just a standard E11 with the extra light on it, you know, the extra sight if you want to actually use that. It's pretty nice. The detail all around is really impressive. I do enjoy all the wash on it. It's a nice looking figure, not much to say with these Star Wars figures. That's pretty much why I don't review them anymore, because it would only be like a couple minutes long. But yeah, I do enjoy this guy. He's nice. It's interesting. The paint quality is pretty nice all around. However, I do see variations of wash on the helmet. Sometimes it's a lot, sometimes it's not a lot. A couple gripes I do have with this figure, though. The proportions are kind of weird to me. I do like the articulation on the shoulders. However, I feel like they jut out a little too much, and this head sits a little too high. It's not that bad, but a lot of 6-inch figures, Marvel Legends and Black Series, have very high sitting heads for the motion, which it's very nice and expressive. It's not really a bad thing about the figure, it's just something worth pointing out. But yeah, 6-inch Black Series Shore Trooper is really impressive. Next up, we have the 3 3/4-inch Black Series Shore Trooper, which is really hard to find, but really good. For a 3 3/4-inch Star Wars figure, it pretty much performs exactly how you'd want it to. Head articulation is very nice and fluid, what you would expect, taking the gun out of his hand, which is the exact same thing that the 6-inch one comes with a little laser sight on it. Shoulder articulation is just as good as the 6-inch one, even moving in a little bit. Elbow articulation, just as good. Wrist articulation, just as good. Waist, just as good. Hips, just as... oh, wait, they're not. Yeah, they got the ball hinges instead of the ball joints. They move forward this much, however, on this one, they move forward just a tiny bit more. Actually, not that much. Side, out that much. Side, out that much. Pretty much the same. However, what really sucks, he's got thigh swivel too for some reason. What really sucks are the knee articulation. This one can move pretty deep. Not like all the way in, but pretty nice. Honestly, I don't know why he's got double, because the second one doesn't really like going and doesn't add too much to it, but yeah, he's got double. This one, however, he's just got the single, and that's it. That's all you get. Yeah, kind of disappointing. However, his ankle articulation is very nice, however, no rocker. But I wouldn't expect a rocker with a 3 3/4-inch figure. So yeah, from the body up, he's got pretty much the exact same articulation as the 6-inch one. And this one actually does correct my issue I had with the 6-inch one, where the 6-inch one was kind of disproportionate. The shoulders feel a little more realistic to me with how they're not really jutting out and very separated from the body armor. However, this one also has a lower sitting helmet, so it looks more like an actual person in armor. Because if you didn't know, if you've ever seen people wearing like a lot of shirts, their body doesn't get broader as they have more stuff on it. And you can see he's looking kind of puffy because he's got actual armor on him, and I really do like that. The paint on this guy is also superb. No real complaints from me. One of my only gripes is that this little black up there is not really painted on that. However, it's pretty much got every other bit of paint on him. Even has the black down there. Doesn't have these little black slits on the side of the helmet because they're barely even there. However, you can see right there it's sculpted, so that's nice. Yeah, paint's really good. One of my favorite trooper designs, certainly done justice in the 3 3/4-inch scale. So out of these two figures, which one would I say is the best? Probably the 6-inch one. It just has a little bit more going on with the articulation and the paint, as to where I can say it's objectively the better figure. However, when it comes to my favorite, yeah, 3 3/4 inches is pretty much always going to be my main Star Wars scale, and seeing the Shore Trooper alongside other Stormtroopers is so fantastic. Really do enjoy having that. As you can see, their poses are pretty similar. They really don't have that much of a difference with their poses, and I really do appreciate that. However, most of the time, you won't really have a chance to get this guy. He's way too rare. Instead, you'll have to settle with this. Look at how it poses exactly the same, guys. Isn't that great? Isn't that fantastic? Yeah, I mean, this normal 5POA one actually has the different gun, so if you want to give that to the Walmart one, sure. But it just looks nice being off in the back, I guess, as a complimentary piece. But yeah, that's pretty much it with this comparison, guys. I really do enjoy both of these figures. I'd probably recommend the 6-inch one to people because it's way easier to find. However, the 3 1/4 inch one is just by far my favorite. So there you go, guys. That has been my comparison of the two. Make sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Check my Facebook and Instagram pages if you have a chance. Have a good day, guys, and as always, may the Force be with you.